Every day is a day. It's like
we're live.
We are so live. We are so live, and we're making believe the music is there because this is all magic. Welcome to the LA School of Comedy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I forgot to have this heavy coat on. Why? Because it's cold outside. I had to go to the surgeon today. That was a lot of fun. How they described to you how they're going to put pins in your hand. But that's not the funny part. And there's nothing funny about it. Except that as I'm getting into the Uber to come back, the woman says, "How are you today?" And as I get into the Uber, I said, "Change just now." I mean, because it just went boom on the top of my head. And she starts laughing. Anyway, to make a long story short, she was laughing because she said, "I thought you were doing it on purpose, like a comedy." Which is funny. Where have you been, Jared? We got to catch up, right?
Yeah, we got to catch up. Yeah, we do.
You don't love me anymore.
The love is there. It's been working.
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
It's been busy.
And look who's here. Oh, my God. I can't keep up. With me, with the kleptomaniac aunt, what I've been through is crazy. I saw letters I wrote from when I was 8. I had a newspaper. I was an entrepreneur. And I sold that bitch for $1 a newspaper if you wanted a newspaper from me. It was called Peace, Love, and Gossip. And that's all I care about in life is peace, love, gossip, and a few teeth would help. We're back on that again. This one just broke. So it's another one. It's always something with my teeth. That's the tooth, the whole tooth. Nothing but the tooth. Of course, it doesn't make you happy. Let's give an introduction to the director of the Film Actors Cafe. That is McIntyre in the corner, Aaron McIntyre. Along with your social media manager, Jennifer Flores. Along with your social media creator, Billy Ramirez. I know. Why is it when Billy's name comes on, we all just want to we just want to start dancing, man. And it is National Hispanic Month. So I would say that because I'm a national Hispanic. Why? Because I'm black and white, and that makes me Puerto Rican. But what would that make me here? Just Persian? Nah, my hair's too nappy. It just makes me Jewish, and Jewish is Jewish. All right, so nobody cares. That's great. Our comedy concierge is probably at Sukkot. Happy Sukkot to the Jews who are not here and are doing the right thing. I did go to shul, though. I want you to know I went to services. And it's great, and you can always tell who's looking for a man. I'm telling you this. This is a totally different look. I mean, they stand up to pray, and when they stand up, it's like da-da-da, da-da-da. The rabbi looks great. He's got a job on Fox. Then they have these people on this commercial driving me crazy. They're like, she survived the Holocaust. And she hasn't eaten. And I'm looking at this commercial saying, I've seen this commercial 20 years ago. She can't still be living. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mark, you know which one I'm talking about, right? The late. Right, no disrespect.
I don't like people.
Okay, well, some disrespect. None from me. I love Christians and Jews. And I want to throw something out at someone. I love Christians and Jews so much that I just waited for Patty so I could tell him to tell his wife, and I got to tell Will Cable, whose wife also loves true crime, because all women love true crime, until somebody's behind us. We're like, but I have to tell you, I know somebody personally on a new true crime show. It's called Let the Devil In. Her name is Sister Philomena Fleck. So I wake up Mark. I go, hey, Mark. I know this nun on TV. And he goes, no, you don't. You think you know every nun. So I'm like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Hunter. I didn't even see Hunter, and you're not looking white tonight. Our in-house photographer, Hunter White. I'm sorry about that. Well, anyway, listen, Patty, she is the star of Let the Devil In. So have you seen this where there's a 13-year-old who does a book report, and he decides to do it on Satanism, but then he gets obsessed and becomes Satan and kills his mother and slices his wrist and his head off. His own wrist and his own head. No. Jesus Christ, keep calling, he'll come. I do a book report for The Exorcist when I was in 8th grade because I didn't think it was a big deal. That nun, they take that seriously. I didn't know that. I had no idea. None. No, I mean none. So I do a book report. I'm coming from another school because I'm a bad kid. And I do a book report on The Exorcist. And they actually have like a group of people sitting there because you don't want to let the evil in. And the evil comes through Ouija boards, Santeria, that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Look, you must know people from Transylvania. I do. I do. We used to have them here. We have so many wonderful new people here and so much fun going on. And I just want to introduce first the person that's going to give you a little spice tonight, all right? I'm always up his ass only because I love him. You guys know him as M.A.M., Ma'am, but I will call him Billy Ramirez. Give it up for Billy!
Thank you very much. My name is Billy Ramirez, and I am pathetically single. It's all right. It's my fault. Don't feel bad for me. It's all my fault. But you know that term, incel. I don't believe in that term. It stands for involuntarily celibate. But have you ever met an incel? Any incels in the house? Come on, raise your hand. Anyone? Yes, incel stands for involuntarily celibate, but I don't believe in that term. I mean, I know it exists, but if you ever meet an incel, like there's nothing involuntary about that, is there? Like incels, have you considered not being so off-putting and unlikable? You know, just, maybe just log off the red pill forums, trim the neckbeard, and wash your ass. You know, try something. But I'm no incel, but I am an accel. I am accidentally celibate. I am notorious for just blowing my own chances. I'm like a sexual Mr. Magoo, just stumbling past really obvious opportunities, and it's all my fault. Like I said, don't feel bad for me. It's I overthink things, and I have quirks too that I need to figure out how to manage. Like for example, I'm ticklish. Yeah, I'm a fully grown man who is ticklish, and I'm not afraid to tell you that I'm ticklish though, because I'm violently ticklish. All right. If I wish the wrong wish and ended up in the middle of a MMA fight, my only chance to not die immediately is if my opponent tickles me. Like that's it. Like winner by tickle-induced roundhouse kick to the face. Billy Ramirez. Yeah, sometimes like at the end of a fight, an opponent, like the fighter will hit a downed opponent before the ref gets there. Throwing a couple extra licks. Like for me, I would do that, but with tickles. Just like see how you like it, you asshole. But it's like I'm so violently ticklish that I tell people that I'm ticklish, and then they get and how ticklish are you? They try to tickle you, but don't try it on me. No test tickles. You keep your test tickles to yourself. But I'm so violently ticklish that I accidentally ended a budding relationship because of how ticklish I am. Like that's just it's. I was hanging out at a woman's house in Boulder Creek. I don't know if you know where Boulder Creek is. It's about halfway between Big Basin and Santa Cruz, in the woods, beautiful. And we met up before a concert, and I'm standing in front of the living room window, just looking at all the coast redwoods. It's beautiful. I'm just kind of zoned out, enjoying the scenery. And then she comes up behind me, tickle. Oh my good Lord, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me see your nose. Oof. Full Picasso. Oh boy. It's not that bad. It was pretty bad, the whole full Picasso. It was, yeah. And that was the start of her blue period, by the way. It's a Picasso pun. She told me to Van Gogh home. And then I got all petty and I said, well, I'll Van Gogh home, but you need to learn how to saison your chicken. I don't know a lot of painters, but she did get the last word in, and she told me that I was free to leave. So there you go. Orale. Anyway, I had to get a Mexican one in there. I'm just stupid when it comes to dating. Like years ago, I stopped dating a woman because of who her favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is. Yeah. It's as an 80s and 90s kid, I loved the Ninja Turtles. They taught me everything there is to know about life. Like number 1. Pizza solves everything. Number 2, violence is acceptable as long as you're wearing a headband. And number 3, a giant rat makes a suitable father figure. I don't know. I could be repulsed by a woman who not only knows Ninja Turtles, but also appreciates them, until she told me that her favorite Ninja Turtle is Donatello. I don't know if you're familiar with the Ninja Turtles, but Donatello is the one with the stick, okay? He's the Ninja Turtle with the stick, okay? There's 3 other ones. There's Leonardo, who's got 2 giant shiny swords that are perfect for beheading and skinning an elephant. And then you got Raphael, he's got these 3-pronged metal forks, 2 of them, which you could stab people and then turn them into a potential rotisserie. And then you got Michelangelo, who's got the nunchucks, and those are always cool. You know, you ever see Bruce Lee play ping pong with nunchucks? It's mesmerizing, and that's why Michelangelo's there, to mesmerize while the other 2 murder. And then there's Donatello, just standing there with a broken mop, you know, and he's not even holding the most important part of the mop, you know. It's by the way, have that argument over during a dinner party at some point. It's like, what's the most important part of a mop? You know, is it the handle or is it the head? You know, and then head people will be like, well, at least I can still soak up liquid. And then handle people will be like, well, you know, it's really inefficient, you know. And then head people will be like, well, you know where you can put your stick. And anyway, so that's when it gets good. So strap in. But yeah, it's like Donatello, he's the lamest one. You know, it's like when the other 3 are kicking ass and just taking the Foot Clan's names. Like there's Donatello, you know, just twirling his baton like he's trying out for JV color guard. And it's like, oh, nice going there, Donatello. You know, the competitive baton twirling. Oh, that'll intimidate the enemy. But I don't know. Maybe she was just trying to tell me that. By saying that Donatello's her favorite, maybe she was just trying to tell me that she likes guys with a big old rod. But in any case, it was not going to work out. Yeah, and also, this one kind of keeps me up at night still. Years ago, I took my car to a track day. I like to take my car. It's a 6-speed turbo. I like to take it to the track and drive it as fast as I can. Drive it as fast as I feel comfortable with, because it's my only car. So yeah, so I don't drive it that fast. Like, I'm gonna need this Monday through Friday, and it's like, you know, if you want to become a faster race car driver, you try braking harder and later into a turn and pushing your tires to the very edge of grip, or just get a second car. Yeah, and like my hatchback is pretty zippy, but I'm sure I could drive way faster if I had a spare Geo Metro. You know, I'd drive the wheels off a spare Geo Metro. I'll take it off of jumps. I don't give a crap. But I met this woman. She had a awesome Subaru WRX. We hit it off, exchanged contact info. But then I started getting into my head, because we lived 40 miles apart. Okay, and I got it in my head like, 40 miles, you know, like that's just, we're never going to see each other. Like, you know, what's the point, and this and that. And so I never contacted her. But 2 weeks later on a Friday, she texts me, and she asks if she should come over and make me dinner. And you know how in dating you look for red flags? Well, when a gorgeous gearhead offers to drive to your place and make you dinner, that's a green check mark from the heavens. You know, like I don't know who runs this entire thing, but at that moment, whoever was in charge was a big fan of me. But you know what I did? You know what I said? Oh, I appreciate it, but I don't want to trouble you. That's a long drive, and I already ate. Yeah, I basically traded a potential happily ever after for Trader Joe's Mandarin orange chicken, which sometimes feels like a pretty good trade, but it's not. It's really not. And I never heard from her again. But I'm not afraid of dying alone. I'm not. I'll tell you why. And I won't die alone. And the reason I won't die alone is because, not to brag, I've never been married, but I think I would make a pretty good second or third husband. Like, yeah, it's I'd be like a rescue husband, you know, just waiting there for a nice divorcee who's had her heart broken, needs some healing. Like, I'll be safe. You know, it's you know, I can cook, I can clean. I'm mostly housebroken. You know, I try not to chew on your furniture. You know, and like it's the first husbands, they're chasing careers and dreams and goals, and I get elated when goals get canceled and dreams die. You know, it's like, oh, we don't have to go out anymore. Now we can catch up on Only Murders in the Building. That's great. You know, first husbands, they're busy climbing the corporate ladder. Like me, if I don't have a show or an open mic, I'm busy climbing in a bed at 9 p.m. You know, for a nice cozy time. And you know, and football season's And I watched a lot of football yesterday, and I felt stupid. I was like, I need to do something else. I'm ready to retire my football jersey and pick up a flowery tote bag and take a nice divorcee to the farmer's market or the botanical gardens or something like that. You know, I'll hold her purse at Home Goods, take the long way at IKEA, and just because I've been married doesn't mean I'm not experienced. You know, like for example, by any chance are you a single divorcee? Yes. No. Just pretend you are, okay? It would really help me out, okay? So as a single divorcee, when's the last time a man spent all night with you, all night, hold on, validating your feelings? See, she's got to think about it. See, like that would be my wheelhouse. That's rescue husband energy there. Like I'll rub a nice lady's feet and also talk smack with her about Nancy from accounting, you know? You're like, yeah, you know, like she's still sending photos of her ugly kids. Like, talk about a face only a mother could love. But, anyways, yeah. So I don't think I'll die. I don't think I'll die alone. I think I'll make a pretty good second or third husband. And while you know I might be getting up there in age, and I might not have enough energy to fetch these days, I still have plenty of energy to lick. So, ladies, adopt, don't shop. Please sponsor a middle-aged man today. Thank you. My name's Billy Ramirez. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram as middle-aged muchacho, and you can also find me at BillyRamirez.com. So what's this signal? Aaron, steal third. I guess that's what she's trying to say, or like it's a hit and run. So bunt, and then I don't know, whatever. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage now is our acting teacher Premier. He'll teach you how to do cold readings and not memorize lines and just learn how to experience the world of acting. Please welcome to the stage the head of Film Actors Cafe, Aaron McIntyre.
I got merch. Yeah. Ladies, hey, we got T-shirts. T-shirts, everybody. T-shirts. We got lovely T-shirts. I got popcorn. Got peanuts. Look at that. $20. Beautiful, huh? I designed the whole thing. It's all me. But if you take if you take 4 acting classes, you'll get one of these for free.
Yeah.
There you go. So you get a special deal. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aaron McIntyre. It's A-E-R-O-N. It's not A-A-Ron. Please don't call me that. It's not E-R-I-N because that's the gay way. And if you have an E-R-I-N guys out there, sorry, you know, what can I say? I haven't met any. If you know any, just give them, give them a little permission to be gay. It's A-E-R-O-N, so it's a little bit different. Aaron McIntyre, it's totally marketing, okay? It's not my original name. I will tell you my original name. I'm coming clean. I'm coming out of the closet tonight. My real name is Brian Scott. I hate that name. Just really hate it. So I changed it because there are no other A-E-R-O-N's. It's great. You know, you Google me, there I am. Oh, and I did also want to point out the lovely T-shirt. The phone number here is 877-663-4561. Nice, huh? But it also says 877 on film 1. Huh? Yeah. I took a shitload of time finding that one. Yeah, so I just, I think it harkens back. The reason I don't like the name is because it harkens back to my mother. You know, my mother, you know how when they say your name, somehow if you're always fucking up, it's just grating because you hear it all the time, but you hear it, Brian, and, instead of lilting tones. So, so I changed my name. I can do that. That's my prerogative, right? Just like pronouns. And by the way, my pronouns are it and that. So, and if you don't call me it and that, I'm going to get really pissed off, okay? Just like, indignant. It's it and that. Yeah. So, sometimes when you look at people, you look at some people and they just look like that, And I'm not a they, them, because I'm not multiple people. So, they, thems are, multi-personality or something? I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm a mess. Just total mess. Mentally ill, certified. Anybody other certified people out there? Yeah, thank you. I always have one. There we go. Oh, no, you're not. No, you were just clapping for the certified people. You should join us. It's a great club, man. Yeah, we have meetings all the time, don't we, Hunter? Right? We have meetings. Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm bipolar. Also ADD, and not ADHD, because I'm way too lazy for ADHD. That's just too much. I have another. What's the other? Oh, my memory. Yeah, the memory is not real good. But there's another one. Tourette's. I always forget that one. Yeah, and I used to have a beard, and that was, on purpose. It wasn't that I couldn't shave or anything. It was just on purpose because I decided to shave again, and I remembered why I grew the beard, because otherwise, if I wear a yellow suit and black shoes, I look like I'm a number 2 pencil. I have hair everywhere I don't want it. It's like everywhere it's like I can feel the little stubble, on the outsides of my ears, right? It grows on my forehead, but not up here. It's like, what the hell? What is going on here? It grows on everywhere. And I've thought about shaving it all off and making a toupee, but then it just looked like I had pubic hair on my head. So I don't do that. I got a nose job, which it didn't work. I mean, it may look good, I asked for the Nicole Kidman. They gave me the Jennifer Aniston, but that's okay. It's not bad. Not a bad look. But the thing I went in there for is because my nostril at the top, it collapses. It just collapses down, and I can't breathe. So when I went in, the doctor says, oh, yeah, it's a deviated septum. And, yeah, sure enough, they fixed that. That works, but now it's worse. Now it really collapses. So I can't sleep on my left side because my nose collapses and I can't breathe. So I always have to sleep on my right side, and now my shoulder's going out. It's just a whole thing. I have no ass. I have one, but you really have to look for it. You just really got to get out the magnifying glass, and then it's there. The fat that I have, on my side, I don't have a lot. I know. I look good. I have to tell you, people, that I am I'm 2 months away from no longer being middle-aged. Yeah, I'm going to be 65 years old, and I know you're thinking, come on. I cannot believe that. But yeah, I'm going to be a senior citizen real soon. So I am hoping, as Patty has mentioned, to get that cover of AARP. I think that I might get the cover, because look at this face, huh? Yeah. What else? Oh, yeah, my left leg is about 1.5 inches shorter than the right leg, so I always walk around like this, Which, if I could get it right, it'd be kind of cool. I could get like a cool walk going on, but that doesn't work. It doesn't work. And there was one other thing, and God, I always... Oh, I have no lips. Have you noticed that? No lips. Thank you, Dad. My dad had no lips either. Got the bug eyes from my mom. Thanks, Mom. Really appreciate that. I was going to say something really bad, but I'm not going to. Because, my mom was, she was okay mom. She was one of those moms, I don't know if you have one of these, right? The mothers who, when you walked in as a kid, I'm 8 years old, and I fall off the swing, and and it really hurts, and I go in, Mom, I think I broke my arm. And she'd go, can you move it? It's not broken. If there was anything, skin your knee, cut your arm, anything like that, just spit on it and rub it in the dirt. I don't know where they got that. Spit on it and rub it in the dirt. Seems like very unhygienic. It does not seem that would be a really good thing to do for a cut. But that's what she used to always say. You know, when I fell out of a second-story window on my head, they called my mother because she was at a cocktail party. And they told my mother that I was 7 at the time. He fell out of the second-story window on his head. And my mother on the phone said, well, he better really be hurt. And just to show you the really wonderful care I got as a child, you know, I fell out of a second-story window. What would you do if your child, let's say you had a child, if you don't, your child falls out of a second-story window? What would you do? You'd probably like call the doctor, right? Call the hospital, call an ambulance, get some help out there. No, that's not what they did. Because I fell in the dirt and I got a little dirty, they put me in a bathtub. So I'm bleeding profusely, I'm completely knocked out, and they put me into a bathtub to clean me up. You know, I mean, people talk about, you know, you want to wear clean underwear, right? Well, no, they just wanted my whole body clean before they went in because they didn't want to be embarrassed that I fell out of a second-story window, which has been my life. It's just been mistake after mistake, just one thing after another. Until I made it here. And now look at me. Look at me now, ladies and gentlemen. It's really fantastic. My family does talk with this really weird accent now for some reason as they got older. They started to become Southern for some reason. You know, my parents grew up in L.A. We were in the military for 30 years, so we moved Air Force bases. Nobody ever talked like that until my dad retired, and then as soon as that happened, everybody started talking like this. And so they'd call me up and they'd say, hey, what's going on there? Yeah, well, you know, Donnie Ray, he just got a job at the Hankies. And I'm like, at the Hankies? And it's like, yeah, that's an auto part place. So, I think I'm done. That was fun. That was fun. You guys were fantastic. You were fantastic. I was going to talk about politics. I have one thing I have to say. Did you know, and this is something I went down a rabbit hole, 8.2 billion people on this planet right now. And do you know that that is twice as many as were here 40 years ago? Yep. 40 years ago, twice as many people now. And the crime rate 40 years ago was 7.9 per 100,000. Now it's 4.8. So crime has actually gone down the more people we've added. So think about that when you're bringing no troops into Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up Ms. Sunda Kronquist.
I started doing math. Oh my God, I hate math. I was like 4.8 and billions. And I was trying to think of billions. Like somebody was saying somebody was a millionaire. I was like, that's so common nowadays, right? Billionaires, that's what you need. It's true. Well, I mean, you can be, but you will be. No, you will be. You will be. You will be. You have to just stay on this, and let me tell you, something's going to happen, and shit happens, and it may not be the way you want. Listen. He's making a noise because he never thought somebody was going to offer me like $1.5 million to teach them stand-up comedy and take them on a tour, but I did. I wonder whose law firm got paid. In addition, I just want to say that don't say no and never say never. Shit happens. Pronounce your name again?
Karina.
That's right. So I was just going through that whole thing with Billy Ramirez. Was making me feel Spanish, and I wanted to dedicate this show to Paul Rodriguez tonight in honor of Latino heritage. While we bring up Katarina, yes, my Lithuanian princess.
I don't know about princess, maybe Lithuanian witch or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's...
There you got
Okay. Oh.
2 fingers. Fingers tight.
I need to work on that. Maybe that's the class that I need. My fingers are not that functional. Well, hello, guys. I'm so excited to be here. Oh, so so good to be here. And, as lovely Sunda mentioned, I'm Lithuanian. And don't you worry, nobody knows where the fuck is Lithuania. So, I grew up in Soviet Union, and Lithuanians don't really like Russians, but we, as Eastern Europeans, we've been through stuff. And in Lithuania, I go back a little bit. So I'm really mad at my mom because she raised me to be a good, kind human being. She didn't know that I'm planning to go to America. I came to America, and then I suddenly realized this is not the arsenal that I need. In Lithuania, they look at you and say, wow, look at you, you have a good, kind heart. You're going to go far. In America, they look at you and like, you're screwed. Go learn some life lessons, girl. So I've been here, and I feel like, I'm becoming an American now because I'm thinking of getting therapy. And I've been doing this thing that you American people do. I started going on dates. I started dating. So I go on this date with this American guy. And I find that American guys are not very ambitious. So I go on this date, and he drives me home, and he tries to kiss me. I said no. And he says, okay, fine. I'm like, what? In Lithuania, if you say you want to kiss me, I say no. You slap me. I slap you back. Then I punch you. He punches me back. Then we have sex. Then we smoke a cigarette together. And then he drives me back to school. I mean, that's what I'm used to. In Lithuania, it used to be if the man really loves you, the more he beats you, the more he loves you. Times have changed. A lot of offensive people get offended really easily here. So I dated this Jewish guy here in America, and I learned a lot. I was like, I really learned the cultural differences when pandemic happened. So I remember when everybody announced there's no toilet paper, I suddenly felt like home. I was like, because I grew up like lining up for oranges once a month and toilet paper. We didn't have toilet paper. So I was looking at this Jewish guy, and I was like, what? Well, who are you? You're like crying about toilet paper and getting like this $80 toilet paper. I was like, I was really shocked because we use toilet paper only in special occasions, like weddings and funerals. I remember I was walking around, starting to itch, I said, like, God, I hope somebody dies soon or gets married. Starting to itch. And then when we ran out of toilet paper, we used a newspaper. So it was okay, but then the print would really rub off on my ass. So, and I come out, and my dad is like, who used the last toilet paper? I wanted to know the weather. I'm like, Dad, I'm so sorry. Do you want to read the headlines? So about toilet paper. What else? What else? What else I was going to say? So I'm 6 feet, and people always tell me like, oh, you could have been like a basketball player or a tennis player. I'm like, yeah, sure. I guess I played with the wrong kind of balls. Recently, I like talking about celibate. You said like you're a celibate. I was talking to this girl in Hollywood. Apparently, she was a stripper, And I was telling her that I'm a celibate and my life is much better now. She's like, yeah, I used to sell my butt too. Not exactly the same thing, girl, but yeah. So when I went back to my church after all these years, they told me that I have to do a lifetime confession, which means I have to confess all the sins that I had throughout the years since my childhood. And I went to the priest. The priest, after having my confession, I said, look, how long do you have? He said, this is 15 minutes. I think we have to start with a season 1, episode 1, and then I'll see you throughout the year. And somehow we get the story right. So I heard the priest started smoking after hearing me. What else I was going to say about the Jewish. So yeah, so I was really surprised that American guys, they talk a lot about their feelings. I'm like, I'm from Soviet Union. I'm like, why don't you just eat your steak and fuck me already? Stop talking about your feelings. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what else I was going to speak.
Because there's such a beautiful callback that you have to go on. And what it has to be is that, like the first thing, punching fiber, then we smoke together a cigarette. It happens again, then we smoke a cigarette. Now, the last thing, the toilet, then we smoke a cigarette.
We smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Cigarettes!
We smoke a lot of cigarettes.
And then you cook the first time for somebody.
Yeah. No, I have. I just thought things gonna appear to me, but it's not. It's not appearing.
But you're here, and that's all that matters. That's
Yeah.
the game.
Okay. Well, I'm Karina. Thank you so much.
Find you on social media.
Yes. My social media is Karina de Gleit.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Karina Delight. I knew when she moved the microphone that she could be taller than me a little bit. And I've been lying about my height, too. I've been lying about my age and my height, but I'll tell you my age when my age comes. And he's coming to the stage right now. America's sweetheart, Mark Zaffron. Oh, come on, get up. You came with me to the doctor. Be happy.
Please. By the way, I actually know where Lithuania is. Somewhere between Estonia and Latvia. But on that note, as somebody comes walking in, just to remember. You see, as I listen to Karina, I'm thinking to myself, what schmucks are voting for Mamdani? Who wants to stand online for toilet paper? Can you imagine all these people? By now, if people don't know who Mamdani is, they might as well. They're not comedians. Comedians should read newspapers. He's the man who's the candidate for the mayor of New York. He's from Uganda. He's a very wealthy Nepo babe who hates everybody but himself. He's been in the closet so long he has claustrophobia. Notice the new wife hasn't shown up. I went to his wedding, by the way, in Uganda, and his father is stone cold, long-term anti-Semite. Anything more you want to know about Zoran Mandabi? He's also a communist. So we're talking about the former Soviet Union. Who the fuck wants to wait online for toilet paper? This guy actually will make you wait online for toilet paper. People will be getting so nervous, they will be using the Daily News or the New York Times to wipe their ass. But then again, that's about all it's good for anyhow. Speaking of the New York Times, does anybody know who Barry Weiss is? They fired her from the New York Times for being truthful. She then went into the whole expose on, what was it called? X used to be called, what was it called before? Twitter. All right. Now she's going to be making millions of dollars as the head of CBS News. It shows you that anybody can succeed in America. All right? See? Yeah. But, of course, if we're going to be talking about politics, let's have a few words about Nancy Weingarten. Do we know who she is, the head of the American Federation of Teachers? 2 days after a man gets politically assassinated, she decides to go on a book tour about her new book, fascists hate teachers. No, fascists do not hate teachers. Parents hate teachers. It used to be we hated our teachers. Now the parents hate the teachers, and for good reason. You should hear the shit that comes out of my kids' mouths. I never taught them this crap. I mean, you talk about pronouns. Here's the funny thing. When was the last time you walked over to somebody and said, "They're you"? Nobody uses pronouns except to describe people to other people. Think about it. Try a little mental exercise. Try to use the pronoun she when talking to a woman. You don't say, "Hi, she." You say, "Hey, how are you, Sunda?" Right? "Hey, how are you, Billy?" You don't say, "Hi, they." Or you may not be a they. No, he's an involuntary. He claims he's an incel. The truth is, let's talk about incels for a second. What's the real root cause of of involuntary celibacy? It's no soap.
No game.
Think about it. These are people who are overweight, like myself. However, they have scraggly beards that they never take care of. Sorry. All right? They don't use much soap, and they live in their parents' basement. And they want to know why they don't get laid. I mean, think about it. "Oh, yeah, I'd take you home, but Mom gave me a curfew, and I have to crawl through the basement window." I mean, come on. Going down through the old garage door openers. Remember the old basement doors? All right? That's why they're in celibate. It has nothing to do with women. It has to do with Ivory soap. A little Ivory soap would solve their problem, plus clean underwear. But I digress. All right? Let's get back to she, them. Because as you all know, okay, I have body dysmorphia, all right? And I'm going to insist from now on that everybody recognizes the fact that I am no longer fat. I have decided mentally that I am not fat, all right? I am now thin, and I do not want anybody to call me by my dead name, as my father used to, Fatso, all right? Now you got to call me Slim, all right? Because I've decided I'm not fat. I'm no longer a fat man. I am the skinny man. See? Done. There's the whole thing of America. Got it. All right? And Billy is no longer Mexican.
Can I be Canadian?
Yes. Anybody can be Canadian.
Can you change your age?
What? No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to need Medicare. And now, speaking about ages, not that I'm insulting people, but doesn't Aaron strike you as the type of person that couldn't wait to be senior? He looks like the type of guy that couldn't wait to be a senior citizen. He not only to get off my lawn, he's like the crabby old guy from Up with the balloons in the house. He's a guy that he just wants to. All his life, all Aaron's ever wanted to do was this. Hey, and since I know part of his act, all he really wants to do is go like this. "I'm pooping." I know, there are people in this world, they really can't wait to get old. Because they've always been old. They've always complained. They've always been crotchety. And that's why they're celibate.
Looking at me.
Well, you know, there are some people that always add 10 years to your age and take 10 off theirs. That's why I'm looking at you. You're almost 80. No, I'm not. I got a long ways to go to 80. Now, talking about 80 and, you know, people and everything, we were watching TV the other day and we were watching Chuck Schumer. And the funny thing is he had hair. Now, I remember Chuck. He had a nice head of hair. Now, all of a sudden, I'm looking at him and, sorry, Aaron. You know, it's a little rough there. It's kind of like, you know, where's the hair? And not only that, he shrunk about 5 inches. I remember Chuck, he always looked like he was 6 foot tall. Now he's like this. It's fascism in America. We've come to fascism. We want all those subsidies back. $1.5 trillion better appear in the budget, or I'm going to shut down the government. I can't think of which TV star it's like, but it's almost like the guy from Three's Company. That's what they remind me of now, all right? All old crotchety men, which is why we need term limits. Which brings me to my final joke for the evening, which may not be funny. All right, here it is. After you're president of the United States, why are you still alive? I mean, with all due respect. All right. There should be a voluntary place where they go and kill themselves. All right? We can have a nice big state ceremony. Instead of, a new inauguration, we'll just put them in a nice, beautiful crystal sarcophagus. We could always, let them suffocate so they always look good. I mean, Jimmy Carter would have liked that. But I have other words on Jimmy Carter. But think about it. Bill Clinton, look what he looks like now. Had he just died the day after he got out of office, think how good he would look. And considering how much of a narcissist he is, his only problem was he kept on chasing, that last big piece of pea. The only other problem was that she was chasing him with a hatchet while she was chasing Huma Abedin. All right? Now, look, the one who went down well, Jerry Ford. Never heard of him again. Went out of office, disappeared. The Bushes went back to selling cocaine and stealing. The worst, by the way, other than Barack Obama, who's a total phony, all right? Barack's been in the closet so long, all right, he has claustrophobia.
You said that one.
I know, but it applies to Barack. And then we'll get down to the really worst. James Carter. James Carter, I am convinced, stone cold junkie. Why is Carter a junkie? All right? It might have been his cocaine in the White House that time. Carter was in hospice for 3 years. Nobody's in hospice for 3 years. All right? All they do in hospice is wash you, wipe your ass, and give you morphine. The man was there for the morphine because he didn't need them to wipe his ass. On that note, I may be leaving. I may not. All right? I won't bring up the next comic because I'll make Sundar stand up. Patty! Oh, boy. Hey, coming here to you from maybe the Emerald Isle. All right? Probably Chicago or Boston. More likely the hills. Patty!
Hold on. Keep it going for Patty. Hold on. Keep it going. I'm going to do this as a service for all of you. Keep it going for me, please. That's right. Here, I'm going to put this right here. Hold on. All right, this is going to, just give me a second. Give me a second. I want to catch. Whew. That's a long way. It was further up here than I anticipated. Give it up for Sunda Krunka, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? I think we shall. I get the, there we go. You get the impression, this is just as a survey to all you other, and I love your beard. Give this man's beard a round of applause. It's a fucking great beard. And how many great men in history wore beards? Most of them. Most of them. That's right. Well, I don't know what you said, but I agree. I agree 100%. But is it? I want to see if y'all get the same vibe. I think Sunda and Mark still do the hoochie coo on a regular basis. Am I right? Do you get the friskiness of them? The kind of frisky, kind of sexual attention that's... I just think maybe, like Sunda puts on big extra large eyelashes and a Pocahontas wig and this bad Representative Jasmine Crockett. And he's like a younger, hotter kosher Ted Cruz. And he's spanking you with a copy of the Declaration of Independence in the hallway there. All your birds are watching like, what the fuck is going on with mommy and daddy? Mom and dad are getting to it, baby. I like a cosplay. Don't you like the cosplay, bearded man? I like a cosplay, Billy Ramirez. I had my wife, before I left the house today, she was dressed up as the Land O'Lakes butter girl. I had the feather and everything. I like a little role playing. Little sexy. Do you like that? Works out. Can you time that right? Can you time that right to get that Viagra going? Woo-wee. Well, it's about the time of year my wife will bust out the pumpkin spice Cialis. And with some seasonal pancakes, of course. We're not animals. It's okay. I'm very happy to be here tonight. And when I say that, I mean it. I think I want to speak to something, and I hope you guys won't think less of me. But what's up with the Bad Bunny? I got a call from my aunt, who's a teacher in Chicago, and she's very upset about this Bad Bunny. The Bad Bunny is going to be apparently the halftime entertainment for and people are up there losing their fucking minds over a bunny. The bunny. She said, oh, he's a bad, but why can't they get a good bunny? There's so many good bunnies. I think, why don't they give a good bunny a chance? You know, but meanwhile, he's a brown bunny. That's the whole fucking problem. They don't want a brown bunny. Have you ever fucking checked out Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny, everything he does fucking great. I don't know why. Like, the guy's incredible. I like it. You like his music? He's fucking great. And he's a tremendous actor. He did that Trans Lubradores movie with the transsexual racer. Not racer, he was a wrestler. All right, you guys are looking at me like, the guy's a fucking artist is what I'm saying. Why are they mad at the Bad Bunny? You know, and it reminds me of because I'm usually about the same age as most of my audience's racist uncle. It's true, you know, and imagine how racist my racist uncle is, you know, comparatively. But my racist uncle doesn't think I'm racist. He thinks I'm a communist. Yeah, because I voted for Obama, and I made the mistake of telling him. And now I've been Obama's fucking girlfriend for 17 years. So everything is in degrees, is what I'm saying, you know? Like, I saw a kid today, very nice kid. He was 27. He was 27. He had painted fingernails, and he was crying in public. He was crying in public. And I'm like, hey, buddy, what's up? He says, well, I just want to cry. Just have a good cry. So, oh, that's fucking great. You should have a good cry, you know, but for Christ's sake, no fucking podcasts. Tell me you won't start a fucking podcast. It's perfectly okay. But Lily, have you ever thought of maybe building a canoe or getting someone pregnant? You could start your life. It would be much better. All right, I lost you on that one, but that's okay. These all, bearded man, these all cannot be diamonds. Not all of them. I was just thinking, and Lithuania brought this to mind. The ghost of Adolf Hitler would not be happy, would he? With the Kanye West stuff. You know what I mean? It would blow his mind. How happy could he be? Because Kanye's been vying for the top Nazi prize. I know Sydney Sweeney was blonde and put on blue jeans and there was a dog whistle. But this guy, I saw a photograph of him. He's wearing a Klan hood with a diamond-encrusted swastika, right, to promote his new single, Heil Hitler. Come on! I think it's racism, or you'd give him the top Nazi spot. If he was a different color, you would give him the top spot. Because this guy lost $1 billion behind this shit and didn't back up a bit. He's putting in the fucking work, is what I'm saying. Hitler would be fucking crazed. You know what I mean? How happy would he be if a Jewish guy from Crown Heights made a diamond-encrusted swastika for a black guy from the south side of Chicago? He'd fucking kill himself again. I don't know whether you're amused or to get medical attention for you. So, but I like it. Not Hitler. I'm not fond of Hitler. I never met him. I don't think, and people talk a lot of shit about him. He's not here to defend himself. But I'm going to go out on a limb and just say, not a great guy. No. Certainly not funny. Not like our dictator. Oh, fuck, our dictator's hilarious. You know what I mean? I don't like his material, but his crowd work. Remember January 6th? Holy shit, that's crowd work. No, not funny like our dictator. But remember, Hitler didn't have any Jewish writers. So, got to take that into consideration, man. Woo! Just woo! You know what? I think there were several replacements suggested for the halftime show. Here's what I'd like the bunny to do, the Bad Bunny. I would like him to just sneak Taylor Swift in as a special guest, and you'd hear Trump's whole fucking head explode. Boom! Because here's what they would do if they could. All Americans are not patient people. They fucking hate ties. Nothing. That's why they hate soccer, right? And cricket and all that. Nothing is a bigger military recruitment program than American football. Kick their ass and take their land, right? And never a fucking tie. We'll have sudden fucking death, but we'll fucking settle this thing. Cricket is 3 days and you have a tie? We're not patient. We're not patient. And here's the other thing. ICE is hiring people 18 years old. I want you to think about something. First of all, brown ice. Here's something that'll scare you. You hate brown ice sounds like it's kind of the fascist version of a white guy with dreadlocks. Here, let me explain what I'm talking about. Brown ice. Ice is 60% Latino. Well, I'll say it again. ICE is 60% Latino. That's hideous. It's just another example of brown people doing the work white people want done, but they're not willing to fucking do themselves. All these fucking boneheads are high school football players who did not get a scholarship. Right? You know, life doesn't turn out well for those guys because anything you do on a football field that you get praised for, if you do it outside a football field, it's a misdemeanor. If there's a penalty, those are fucking felonies off the field, and they've been praised for it. You know, you ever go to your high school reunion, it doesn't work out well for them, but now they just get out, they can go right into ICE. Apparently, the government doesn't think you're old enough to buy a fucking light beer or rent a car, but here's a badge and a gun and a mask, and you can tackle anybody who's, you know, Pocahontas Brown or darker than Bruno Mars. What's the probable cause? He was within 1.5 miles of Home Depot. And he was brown. Oh, okay, that's fine. That will work. Just send an ICE to the Super Bowl? How much do you think a Home Depot day laborer makes a day? I think the cheapest fucking ticket is $3,200. Maybe they get the groundskeepers. But that would be, oh, you guys are way gone now. You're way gone. All right, I'll leave it alone. I'm going to leave you with a story. I'm going to say it real quick and just say it was my faith, my Catholic faith, that informed me I was funny. I remember, I'll never forget it because I got my first big laugh and my very first blowjob on the same Easter Sunday. I made Father Dominic laugh so hard, he passed semen through his nostrils. Too much? All right. Well, it's all in my book. It's available on Amazon. The Business End of the Glory Hole. A travel guide for young men on a budget. On that note, give yourself a round of applause. You were pretty good, most of you. Some of you, but some of you, And we'll give it up for the one and only Sunda Kroonquist.
I'm back.
Yes.
Some part of me.
What's that?
Some part of me is back.
Which part?
You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? You always remember when Patty makes you laugh that one time. Do you know what I'm saying? You always do. And I have the vision of the guy who sold the friggin' pendant. It's beautiful. You should do a sketch.
What's that?
Yeah,
No.
the joke. I said when I laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because it makes fun of my laugh, so I promise I'll never laugh at anything Patty says again.
Oh.
Once you make fun of me, I'll never do it. So it's got to be funny. So I'm thinking for the sketch, you should do that. You should really think about putting a sketch together. About, listen, you have to have, maybe Anya could play Kanye. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he comes in, he's got the thing, and then, you know, Hitler's in hell, and he's like, how is he doing this? This is for me. Do it. Hire them. Let's do it then. Then you do it. You do it. It'll be a beautiful thing, and I'm sorry I laughed, but let me tell you, you'll remember that one time, right? And with that one time, if you yawn at me like that again, I'm gonna smack your ass with the New York Post. Hello there, Patty's been peeping. I got the tapes. He's got the tapes, and we're gonna make it right with the comedy of the one and only. I can't hear it, Hunter White.
Mark, I promise you, incels' problem is not soap. So many dirty hippies have sex all the time. They're filthy. It's the same reason people join ICE. It's economic disparity and isolation. How we doing, people? Very funny. You look like you're either going to Bergheim or going to kill all of us. Either Berlin nightclub or serial killer. I'm figuring it out. Also, emotionally unavailable men pretty much everywhere in the country besides LA and New York. They just don't feelings. All right, so I am an emotional man. I'm very emotional. I'm connected to my emotions. I'm proud of it. I feel like it leads me on like a path of like happiness and kindness. But I find it very fun when I meet people who have no time for emotions, just no interest in their emotional landscape at all. They're usually, you know, very fun people. So I was at a party like a month ago. I do go to parties, woo. And I don't know why that got you, but I'll take it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. know about it. I met this guy, and we talked a little bit. He said he was from Boston. I'm from Georgia, so we like connected on that. And I asked how he was settling in. He was like, "Oh, East Coast. People out here really don't like it when I say fucking queer." I bet they don't. Let's get to know each other, right? But I opened up because I don't judge, and I'm trying to get to know more people. So I was just telling him, like, I'm feeling very, like, depressed and, like, lonely and kind of isolated. And he was like, why? What do you have to be depressed about? Why are you lonely? We have all these beautiful women and beer. First off, adorable. He thought that could fix my problem, beer and just the idea of beautiful women. And it's not even that enticing. Like, that's not very fun, right? I've done too many drugs for that to be a good time, right? Like, give me a dog, right? Or, like, I don't know, like a bunny rabbit to chase around. Or, like, I don't know, human connection. Then I'd be interested. But I was telling him it's because I'm in, like, the aftermath of a breakup. And he said, so it was a guy? What? He's like, so your ex, it was a guy. No, bro, it was a woman. And then I just started laughing because that brought me back to high school. Because in high school, everybody thought I was gay, right? There was no person, but everyone assumed it would be a guy. And they called me not nice things about it, like a happy guy and British cigarette it. I'll let you do the math. And, yeah, right, it's a thinker. It's a thinker. But like my whole life, I'm like a very animated person. I talk with my hands. I guess people just assume it means you want dicks in those hands, right? Like this is just acting out how to blow a soccer team. I don't know. But like I got over that like weird insecurity, like growing up, I just moved past it. And then I went to art school in New York City. Nobody thought I was gay there. That's like the Mecca, right? Like in a book, it's New York City Art School. Like if you want to reset your gaydar, just visit a New York City art school. But like when he said that, I don't know, it was kind of fun. It was a little piece of nostalgia, right? And also, for the record, hold on. Even here, by the way, like I have never had a woman try to fuck me after a comedy show. Please do, it would be fun. But like, multiple dudes have gotten weird after LA School of Comedy open mics with me. A dude winked at me in the acting class. People get it wrong. It's fine. I'm spicy. I get it. I do want to say, people don't think I'm straight. People don't think I'm white. What the fuck am I, people? Right? Like, where's my flag? Where is identity crisis as a flag? No, I'm from the South. It's weird. I feel like I ran from being from the South for a long time, but like as I grow older, I like connect to it more. Not like the xenophobia or like generalized ignorance or like college football level autism. I mean like the rebellious part. Right, like I don't want to oppress anybody, but go ahead, try to tell me what to do. It'll end poorly for everybody. But I feel like the South, it gets a bad rap. Like my idea of the South is that the South will rise again with kindness and Southern hospitality to meet the moment. Fuck the politicians, right? That's just the South. It does give you like a weird perspective on growing up. Like the Civil War was such a big deal. Who in here, I've asked someone from California, you guys talked about it for like a couple weeks, right? If that. Lee, where did you grow up?
Oh, me?
Not Lee, I'm sorry. Jared, I know.
Maryland.
Maryland. Did you guys talk about the Civil War much?
Yeah, we were a Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah.
Like the neutral.
But like how much?
Gettysburg, like we went on field trips to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
It was in the
Okay.
there.
Did you guys talk about the Civil War for one semester, like every year? Yeah, it's all we talked about. It's all we talked about. It even got into math class. Like, you guys know the 3/5 compromise, right? Right? That's the only reason we learned what fractions were, people. Otherwise, they're the devil's number, you know? Okay, I need to Thank you for that. All right, cool. So now we're going to go back a little bit because I did the parts I forgot. Cool. I have one political joke because I don't pay much attention to politics. But a lot of people talk about autism and they're acting like it's this big new thing, right? It's always been around. You can look back in history and find autistic people. It's just like the spectrum is being widened, right? And if you don't believe that like autistic people have been around for a minute, who do you think invented fantasy football? Right? Like, oh, they won't let us play. They're going to call us gay. Well, we'll play our way. Math. It was just a game invented by undiagnosed autists people. I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing. I feel like if tomorrow I woke up a woman, I would start dating a DJ. Does that provide a context of how I'm doing in life? I don't know. I had a weird week, though. My therapist had me set a boundary. What about? None of your business. That's for me. But it was hard. It was like really hard to do that. It was a big deal. I feel like everyone should work on setting boundaries. You'll get to your emotions at one point. But like it got me thinking of like the idea of fear and how it's like a relative thing. Because like I love psychedelics, but a lot of people are like nervous and scared of psychedelics, which I get. They're very powerful things. But like on Halloween, I'm going to the desert to do 7 grams of mushrooms, come back both spiritually and possibly a new human being physically. I run towards that anxiety. But have me set a boundary? No, right? Like what? Cancel plans for my own mental health? No, tub in the toaster. Like autoerotic asphyxiation. Like what's that all about? Let's gamble with our life. I have other jokes where I'm like, oh, if a breakup goes poorly, people like change fundamental parts about themselves in opposition to the ex, like despite them. And it's happening. It's totally happening. Now, my ex, she's like a woke liberal white lady, so you think my rebellion would be like conservative or Trump or whatever. But no, it's not like, woo, Trump. It's like, woo, burn it to the ground. Burn all of it to the ground. Fire is a purifying light. No, too dark? I don't know. I went from like revolutionary socialist to a narco-communist. And I know it will not work, Mark, but nothing has worked. So let's burn it down and start fresh. That's more a TED Talk than anything. Okay, I have 2 minutes. All right, cool. So I have had the privilege, like I don't want to date anybody for a very long time, but I've been thinking about if I was to date a person. And I've had the privilege to like date very kind and nice people, at least to me. And you learn some things after a breakup. Anyway, side note. But I realized going forward, I think I need to be a mean bitch. I need me a mean lady, like a devious queen who I know loves me, but doesn't really like me that much, right? Like, I need a relationship where I'm clearly the good one just because of how poorly they treat me. We got a couple of these guys. Like, I don't ever want to hear from my friends again. Like, oh, Hunter, she's so sweet. She's so good for you. You should do this. I don't want to ever hear, oh, she's so good for you. I want genuine concern for my well-being, people. Do you know how nice a change it would be for a friend to sit me down and go, Hunter, what are you doing? You deserve so much better than this. That would just be a nice mix. Like, I am actively striving for no relationship. So if I'm going to get trapped in one, I want it to be short and consistently painful, right? Any feeling is feeling alive, people. Like part of my mental is just looping insecurities that they hate me. So I would love clarity on which parts of me they despise. You really like that one. Like I would love a lesson from the universe kind of relationship. Right? One where I get out of it, I'm like, ooh, I got way in over my head. And then I repeat the cycle 3 times till I become a drug addict or a monk. Thank you guys so much. My name is Hunter White. Have a great night. You can find me on the internet at My Name Is Hunter. Have a great night. Treat yourselves well.
Oh my God. Hunter, you're so crazy. Yes, I am. You're so crazy. Because you know what? I tell people, when you feel pain, at least it means you're alive. Right? But Patty, Hitler's face with the black eye. You can go.
Follow your dreams.
Okay. Maybe that's not what I should have ended on. maybe I shouldn't have ended on that. I said, hey, Patty. I said Hitler's face on Kanye West, and then the guy got up and left.
That was it.
That was
You
it.
gotta draw the line somewhere.
That was
Sheila.
it.
That was, you had enough.
That's a wrap.
Enough
Who was that?
of you people.
I think I walked him.
Listen. Stop it, because he had all his teeth for one. But listen, I want to tell you something. We have people. He was missing his beautiful teeth. He was missing one on the side. I should talk. I'm down to 7. But that's okay. I'll find them when I get my implants done, and not these. But that's okay. We have a Hollywood star here, and I'm saying it because I don't think my husband's ever really seen this act, but. Romper, do, tell me too. So I'm going to bring up Jared and let him tell you a little bit about himself. Come on, let's give it up for the Big J!
Hey, it's great to be with you guys tonight. Yeah. Thanks, Sunda. Yeah, she touched on my involvement in child acting, which something I was on this show called Romper Room. Back in the 70s, So, but I've been on this long hiatus from the performing arts, but I'm back. I'm back in full effect now. So I'm doing stand-up comedy. And hey, you might pray tell ask what's got me here. Divorce, a 25-year marriage coming to an end. But, I'm moving forward. Life is good. I'm coming to a better place. This marriage is going to be ending in November. And, it's been some drama. Along the way. She moved to Kuwait, of all places, and I think when she had the option, like, do I want to remain with my husband and deal with like killer traffic, deal with terrorists out there? Do I want to be involved with like a crazy educational department? A DIE situation versus a DEI situation. She said, you know what, I'm going to stick it out here in Kuwait. I think I'm feeling really good about this. And it is kind of sad because, with the loss of this ex-wife, I'm also losing her family, which I grew to love. Like, she comes from a great family. Like, her dad was just like the kind of guy who could skin a deer in like 3 minutes. So if there was like a zombie apocalypse, like this was a guy I wanted within arm's reach. I wanted this guy to like be able to guide me through the end of the world. But you know what? I got to build these skills myself. It's just a sign that like, you know what? I can't rely on Brent Gines to carry me through. And so I've just got to become a sick bitch myself and just be able to take charge, like just, hey, if we got to live off of this mammal, for the next week, I'm just asking myself, do I want to bring another woman into my life? And it's just like, a woman who's going to ask when she walks into the kitchen and she sees like, hey, this sink is wet. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like pointing out that the sink is wet. Yeah, I didn't sponge it down just yet, So didn't get those beads of water off the lining of the sink there. I apologize. Or just like, what's the smell? And I know I'm dealing with some smells in my apartment. My ex-wife, she picked up on very keen sense of smell, and she was burning incense and like linen spray and really, seemed to like raise it up to the next level. But that's going to be a part of it. That's going to be a part of, and bringing like wild pets into my life, bringing like a dog that she's attached to. This is little Sir Baxter I've taken care of for the last 10 years, and this awful dog that, I'm just going to want to drop kick when she's not looking. But I don't know. It's been sad because I've had to rehome our family dog. Yeah, she was a great dog, but I found a good family for her, family that I know, and I've got some photos of her just like on the Oregon coast there. So we've like shipped her up there, and I told my kids, don't worry, like family dog is living with Belle and Jacob from Twilight, and got everybody feeling good. So, but I've learned about myself through this, this marriage. It's like, hey, I think when your significant other asks you, hey, I really think you should buy a townhouse in southern France and not to brag, but this being like against your inner constitution, knowing that if any financial snafu happens, you are dead in the water. And, you know, you just learn through this experience, like, don't go along with this shit. Like, do not, like, fall prey to this. And we bought it. I'm carrying it through. And I'm just like, but, like, the clock does not stop. I am, like, I'm on the job, you know, like I'm out there hustling on the freeway. I'm on the I-10. I'm like paying rent for a house in Utah. We're covering the house in France, and we got a buyer for that. Fortunately, it's coming to an end, but it's just like the clock does not stop. I'm maintaining rent here in LA, and got a roommate in there, you know, so we're covering stuff. I got like 3 college girls like staying at the house in Utah with my daughter. So I don't know. We're you know, through the end of this divorce, we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna come out okay. I'm gonna come out, I could use the cortisol levels to be coming down a little bit. So, but it's been tough, you know. But you know what? I am feeling like great things lie ahead. Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, past child actor, current divorced man. I am staving off the desire to like go get a neck tattoo, you know, like get deep into alcohol. I'm just like, I'm channeling my good Mormon upbringing, you know, just got to stay strong, and I'm going to make that happen. I served a mission in Finland, so I was in like your neck of the woods there. So went to Estonia. Yeah, it's a beautiful part of the world. So, yeah, I'm just ready to, I don't know. I'm not interested in going back to France anymore. Like, I don't even want to bite into a baguette at this point. Like, I don't want a chocolate croissant. Like, I'm ready for some good, hard German food. And, but it's, but I don't know. I'm just trying to drop some weight, probably pick up drinking some kefir. I don't know. Robert Redford died recently. And, yeah. What's that? Kefir. Yeah. It's just like kefir, right. It's this like yogurt, buttermilk drink. So, but it's good. It's good. It's like carried me through these last couple of months. So, but yeah, I've been driving out to like Claremont in the mornings on this project, but you know, we got this bid turned in. I don't know. I'm just like, life is good. Things are coming together. Good things are happening. So, and I'm tightening up. You know, I think my material, which I've got to continue to work on, but it's a little less dwelling on the past with her, and just thinking more projecting myself forward and making the good things come together. So, hey, you've all been a great audience. You can reach me on Instagram, JT Springer. Hey, great to see you. Have a good night.
Well, things have changed.
Yeah. Get brighter.
You got, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I was thinking of something. Kuwait. And to all of you people who are watching on Instagram, please follow everyone that's here. And you guys who are here, please follow the LA School of Comedy, where you can do podcasting, you can do self-taping, you have acting classes, anything, almost anything. You looking for a hot Lithuanian? We've got one, okay? She's a friend of Loretta Capinas, who's my friend. All right, guys, I'm signing off. Sunda Kronquist at Sunda Live on all platforms. Have a good night. Dr. Roth, smiles change lives. I'm gonna get you. Good night. Dr. Roth, he's gonna sue me.